proudly, we will dream boldly, and nothing will stand in our way because we are Americans. The future is ours, and our golden age has just begun.
President Donald Trump sending a powerful message to his enemies and allies today as he was sworn in as the 47th President of the United States. In the hours after returning to power, President Trump issued a flurry of executive orders rebuking many of the policies implemented by his predecessor, Joe Biden.
Among them, removing the U.S. from the world's main climate agreement to changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico. But his chief focus appears to be immigration, and several orders signed today on that front, and have many in Chicago watching closely.
Political reporter Chris Tye is here to break down some of the orders now on the books. Chris.
That's right, Joe and Erica. Immigration, the area Trump campaigned on aggressively, and so much discussion about Chicago being the first stop to seeing a ratcheting up of enforcement. Here's where these executive orders move on the immigration discussion here on day number one. First, we are talking about planning to remove birthright citizenship. What does that mean? Children of illegal immigrants born here would no longer receive automatic citizenship. Can he do that legally? This is a constitutionally protected right, so it requires supermajority votes in Congress and the ratification by 3/4 of the states. But he could direct federal agencies to treat kids of non-citizens as non-citizens, which essentially strip them of that constitutional protection. So that will be something we'll be watching very closely. Then, as it pertains to the border wall, Trump, of course, wants the U.S. military to be more involved in border security. Legal challenges likely await on this one, too. As for how the armed forces can be deployed inside the country, the president declaring border crossings a national emergency, which unlocks federal funding for border wall construction without congressional approval. And then there is the matter that we have been talking a lot about around here lately. Will Chicago be the first stop for massive raids on illegal immigrants? The answer is it's unclear. These executive orders, which he's continuing to move into tonight, do not signal that level of specificity. Chicago tomorrow, maybe, maybe not. There's been some back and forth on whether there will be immediate crackdowns by ICE, and if that is the case, would it start in Chicago? Local groups, though, Joe and Erica, bracing for whether or not it happens. It is unclear. These are just some of the more than 200 executive orders he's looking at here in the coming hours.
All right, Chris, thanks very much.
You bet.